Hi everyone, it's Kirsten here at Mikani, and today I wanted to talk with you about a term we often use, the term toxic. We talk about toxic people, that person is toxic, and I want to take a moment to reflect on this and dismantle it a little bit. See if we can find a different way of talking about these problematic dynamics. So let's start out by taking a moment to be aware of how we might be contributing to the dynamic. Usually, when we have a problematic dynamic, what's happening is the shadow of the person that is bringing the problematic behaviors, let's say abusive behavior or chaotic behavior, and is actually plugging in really well with our shadow. Our shadow might be a codependent tendency to not put boundaries. It might be to quickly become deflated and a sense of worthlessness. It also might be a tendency to become very intimidated and give up our power. So we are actually contributing to the dynamic, feeding the cycle with our own shadow. So it's not fair to put it on the other person completely. Now, I do want to clarify there are dynamics where there's an extreme abuse, an extreme violation of a person's integrity. Those are not the ones that I'm talking about. I'm talking about dynamics where there's a cycle of problematic behavior that is less severe but constant and disturbing. And in those cases, we need to, first of all, take responsibility for our end of the deal. And second of all, clarify for ourselves the importance of not tripping up into self-righteousness. When I call a person toxic, I am elevating myself and putting them below me. And that's actually not an empowered position. Instead, what I can say is I'm just not compatible with that person. I no longer resonate with them. Or the dynamic is just not what I want. What I'm looking at there is I am acknowledging that there is something problematic here. There's something that's not effective, that is not geared towards who I am or who I want to become. And so then I say, I want to have some self-integrity and I want to draw some boundaries or I want to take some space. So that's a way that we can step into our power without putting a label on the other person. When we label the other person as toxic, we're actually labeling their whole identity as problematic, when in fact what is problematic are certain behaviors that happen to plug in with our shadow. So it's important to not use that term and instead say, it's just not a compatible situation. It's not a good fit for me. And I'm taking these steps to shift it. So that's in a nutshell what I wanted to share with you regarding this term. And as I said, I think it's more effective and more empowered to say, this is just simply not a good fit for me anymore. And be very clear and empowered in your decision and take these actions without self-righteousness, but instead with a loyalty to your integrity and the integrity of the other person by stating the boundaries but not putting a toxic label on them. Okay, looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.